Hello, I'm Dr.Alia Reddy, a fertility consultant and in reproductive medicine. I'm working for Cloudnine, Hitech City, Hyderabad. Here, the answer is within the question only, assisted reproductive technique. It's a technique where you help or assist the reproduction of infertile couples who are unable to conceive on their own. Like they are not able to have a natural conception and they come to us for having a family. So here we assist them. How do we do it? We handle the eggs from the female and the sperms from the male and then fertilize them in our dish in the lab and put them in the incubator. And when the embryos are formed, the good embryos are taken and transferred back into her female's uterus, thereby seeing that she conceives and have a baby of her own. In this assisted reproductive technique, which was started in 1978 to help a person with blocked tubes. But as 45 years we've been working on it and it has jumped leaps and bounds, and now we are very comfortably able to give children to the very happy with our technique. And the types of techniques in this ART is, there are 4 to 5 types. First two which I'm mentioning are not been done these days, like ZIFT is one thing where it is gamete intrafollicular transfer, where you transfer the gamete into the tube of the female. Because here, why it is done that is because the egg is released into the fallopian tube and the fallopian tube picks it up. And when the husband and wife have intercourse, the sperms goes and meets the egg which is already picked up in the fallopian tube and fertilizes it. And then the fertilized egg rolls back into the uterus in 3 to 5 days and gets implanted in the uterus and starts growing as a baby. So it was thought that by putting it into the tube, it would go natural environment would be helpful, but that is not practiced these days. And then there was a ZIFT where the zygote was intrafollicular. That also is not been done these days. What we are doing these days is fresh embryo transfer, where the embryos which are prepared in that same month are transferred on day 3 or day 5, depending on the quality and the number. And that also is been outdated. Like most of us are not doing even fresh transfer because of certain disadvantages it has. Now what we are following is frozen embryo transfer, where the embryos are, as soon as they are picked up, they are taken up to a blastoma stage and then frozen up. When the environment is good, that means the uterus is good enough, the lining is good enough, we are able to transfer. It mimics the natural cycle. So the chances of having pregnancy is increased. This is the type we are following these days, like frozen embryo transfer, also called as FET. And then we are also going in for gestational carriers. These gestational carriers are also called surrogate mothers, where the womb is taken for rent. When the baby is biological parents only, the egg and the sperm belongs to the biological parents. After the embryo is formed, it is transferred back into the gestational carrier or the surrogate mother. She brings up the baby for 9 months and after delivery, she hands over the baby to the biological parents. So these are the types of IVF which we are doing these days.